Well, if there is one unanimous selection on every fan's MMA Mount Rushmore, it is that guy, the former UFC welterweight champion, UFC Hall of Famer, the one, the only George "Rush" St-Pierre.
I mean, George St-Pierre is one of the greatest fighters of all time. He could do it all. And when you watched him do what he did on that title reign, it was unbelievable. This is a guy that didn't have a wrestling background, but out-wrestled the best wrestler. He was a great striker. He really did have a great mind for fighting, man. He was a truly special talent.
And despite the nerves and maybe the anxiety that he would have on those big nights, nobody delivered in his prime quite like the former welterweight king, George St-Pierre. George "Rush" St-Pierre, ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. Star power, the king of the 305, the man with arguably the best nickname in mixed martial arts and some pretty good boxing hands as well, Jorge "Gamebred" Masvidal.
People use the word fighter, right? And sometimes you aren't a fighter, you're an athlete that loves to compete. Jorge Masvidal is a fighter. He fought in the street. He fought in backyards. He still fights in the street today. He just loves to fight. Luckily for him, his job is to fight inside of an octagon. And when he fights, he uses his striking to really propel him forward. He's slick, man. Great hands, great speed, great durability, and a guy that truly can be important to this weight class.
Jorge Masvidal steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC middleweight champion and former UFC welterweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, George "Rush" St-Pierre. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Jorge "Gamebred" Masvidal.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready. Let's do it.
The man considered by many to be the greatest mixed martial arts athlete of all time, George "Rush" St-Pierre, back on the proven ground tonight.
I think George St-Pierre might have been the first guy that fought MMA and didn't have a wrestling background where I went, wow, just wrestling will not work inside the UFC because he could chain things together effortlessly. The guy was a champion through and through, strong, physical, and every time he needed to, he stepped up. Tonight he has to do that again.
George St-Pierre, for most, the greatest of all time when it comes to MMA athletes, high fight IQ, and just an outstanding wrestler.
Yeah, and always love the changing, constant fading. Hands where they're supposed to be. George has a traditional stance, but it's very effective.
Well, we just caught a look on our isolation monitor at that right hand from a moment ago, and every bit of it landed. Well, no surprise there as he lets his opponent stand back up. Really good job defensively there by GSP. Oh, great technique on the overhand. Now he's hurt.
That's one of those shots. Take one of them, and tonight that one landed right on the spot.
Oh, and again shooting for a takedown. Stuffed once again. Good kicks there by GSP. Well, that overhand big weapon form throughout his career, it's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. St-Pierre's eye is closing up. Well, at this point, I'm not sure if it's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but go finish the guy.
It seems like the guy's playing with his food. You know, he's having a good time out there. Everything's working. He's in the zone. It feels like at any moment he can end the night of his opponent. But he seems to be having fun, and hey, to each his own, I guess. I'd be rushing out of that octagon.
Yeah, you don't play with your food.
No.
Let's get that takedown going.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the opening round.
That is it! Stopped it!
Jorge Masvidal!
Got him! That was it. Found the shot that ended the night.
All right, the decision is inside the octagon. We send it to the veteran voice. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 15 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Jorge Masvidal.